Going on YouTube? Wagwan, wagwan. Alright, so I'm up in Louisiana. Yeah, so I made that video earlier about, that was about 10 something today. So I'm up now, and I got, when I was doing the walk around the truck, apparently there was a load came in when I went to take a shower. So the lady, Wanda, she was doing her pre-trip stuff and checking the load and everything. So I got a load before basically everyone else. Like I say, it's a trick to it that you got to get out of Laredo, Texas yard, or else you're gonna sit there like a day, 2.5 days before you even get a load. You got to be on it. So it's basically two things that I want to get back at. It's about 4:20 now. What a coincidence that I said 4:20. Let me get away from this. So it's about, because the last time I heard that in the last video, and it was annoying. So I got to do this in real quick in 15 minutes, because I'm trying to, I requested for fuel because I didn't check. Okay, still haven't gotten the message yet. So I requested for fuel. Apparently there is one person working in the fuel department at night, and I requested for fuel. So I'm gonna do a quick update again about that last video that I made, because I believe it cut off and I was still talking and didn't even notice it. So like I say, and I need to make another video also on safety, because this is the month now. It's all about safety. C.R.England policy is about safety, winter weather driving, and the cold. There's the logo in the background, C.R.England. Welcome. If you're watching even these videos, I mean, you've been following me. Thank you guys for whoever's following. I appreciate it. And the guys also that comment. And there was one guy that wrote me and asked me how much miles that I do per week. I average 5,000 to 6,000 miles per week. When I'm doing solo, I'll do like 3,500 miles. So by doing that, that still makes me at 25 cents a mile, and I still make a decent amount of money. I'll make at least $900 or $800, depending on how much tax takes out. Now, he asked me my total average. My total average that I make per week when I have somebody, it's guarantee 5,000 to 6,000 miles per week. You gotta push it and get that 5,000 or 6,000 miles a week. If you can't grab that 5,000 or 6,000 miles per week and you make 4,000 miles, you're barely gonna even hit close to $1,000. But if you're getting paid at 14 cents a mile, you're not looking at that $1,000 a week. You're gonna be looking at like $500-600. Now you get that 16 cents a mile, you're gonna be looking at $700-800 every week. Now, when you get that 25 cents, I know it's a lot more of the guys out there, and it's a lot more trick and secrets to it that you can also make more money. It's all about how you communicate. You can call payroll. You can call payroll, and you can request, you just speak to them like, hey, so what's the step and phases that I have to go through that I can make more money? They'll say, all right, on your first month, you go through, you do your phrases, you get paid at $10 an hour. You go off duty. I wouldn't suggest going off duty. You'll get paid your state minimum wage. You should be, if you're in phase 1 training, not in phase 1, you're on your trainer's truck. As soon as you hit that 10-hour rest break and you get up and you see that your clock is already full and it's daytime, because you got to remember, you can't drive between the hours of 1 and 4 in the morning, early as hell in the morning. So you can't drive, period. That's 0-100 to 0-400. You can't be driving, because that's where most new people create more accidents. As soon as you get up and you see daylight and you see you have your 10-hour rest break, you say, hey, you can kick back now and I can take over. It won't even matter if he has like 6 hours left to drive. Say, hey, let me drive now. You can take that rest break and get your rest, or just supervise me, make sure I'm doing everything right. Once you start driving, you keep it moving. You're getting $10 an hour. You have that whole day now to drive that 11 hours. Now, when you get off his truck, You getting that 14 cents a mile when you go upgrade for your phase 1. Then you go to your phase 2, you're getting your 16 cents a mile. Then you go higher than that, you about your 3rd, 4th month, you'll be getting, I don't remember anymore, but I'm getting 25 cents a mile, and I'm banking it. You gotta keep moving. If you can't gross 5,000 to 6,000 miles, you're not gonna make it. If you're the type of person that want to be home all the time, or you get tired of running, you're not gonna make it. You come in this business to run, to make money. You got to keep it pushing. You got to go. Right now, I'm in Louisiana because I came from Texas. That last load that I pulled is going to Mexico, and it's that San Jose Farm chicken, and it's going to Mexico. This load now is hospital stuff, and it's going to Pennsylvania. It had 2 pickups in Mexico, and then they brought it across and dropped it in the Laredo yard, and then we scooped it up and took it. Now we're just running. So now, because my tractor was already filled with fuel, we didn't stop at the fuel stop because we didn't need it. It was sending us out the way to go fuel up. So apparently they had us going on the 10 and going straight across at the bottom of the state. We didn't need to do that. We're going northeast. So why are we staying and going eastbound? But they always want you to stick to their route. But my tractor was already filled with fuel. So our next fuel route is about 600 miles from here. I'm not going to make that. So I'm stopping here to request for fuel. I sent in my macro, but apparently there's only one person. It's a macro 51 to request for fuel. So they told me to send a nationwide message, which is a macro 20. And then in the bottom where you want it to go, you type in fuel. That now is going to put it straight to him, and then he's going to review it because it's only one guy or one lady at night. And that person has to do with all these other fleets. Like I say, my fleet is F1. My DM is Isaiah. Keeps me moving. And I appreciate it for all the guys that subscribe and asking questions. I'm willing to answer any questions that you guys have. So back to the pay rate at 25 cents a mile. You're making good money at 25 cents a mile now. Yeah, cool. But I'm pretty sure when I hit my 6 months, which is December 24th, and I've been watching other people's video too, but those are way outdated. I mean, there's nobody in C.R.England that's pushing out constant new videos like I am. At 6 months, then I believe I'll get 27 cents a mile, and then I can be a period solo, period. And then if I choose to take my TTT class, then that pushes me to be a trainer, a true trainer. It's called a true trainer, which is that TTT class. And I believe they pay you $300 for that class, $200 for completion, $100 when you grab your first student, and then you gain 1 penny each mile that person drives. So it's always ways that you're making money in C.R.England. It's a lot of people talking about, oh, I can't make no money, oh, I can't get no miles. You can change that fleet. I'm telling you, you can change that fleet. If you're not getting the miles that you want, or you're not running enough, you can change that fleet. But you got to keep it moving. I'm always either the top 3 to either the top 3 or 5, because when I ask my DM, if I keep getting 2nd to 5th, I keep getting 2nd to 5th every time. And I keep asking him, hey, who keeps getting 1st place? I need to get 1st place, because the more you run, it pops up on his computer and be like, this guy and this guy always seems to be moving faster than anyone else and getting the loads there faster. He's gonna more guarantee that you is gonna get the next load. Why? Because you're moving, and he's getting money from you moving. That's how it works. If your DM is making money, you're making money. If you're sitting there and you're ranked number 25 out of 40, trust me, he's gonna go for his top guys and feed his top guys all the good food first. So you gotta build yourself up to get up there. So you become a true trainer, like I say, at 6 months. You gotta make sure everything is up to date. You gotta make sure your logs is at I think they got it from you gotta be a level 3 to 0. Anything over that, then You gotta just go figure some shit out, and excuse me for that. You gotta go figure your stuff out and what you're doing wrong on your logs. Stop editing it. Stop driving over your times. All that stuff. Do your stuff right, and you will stay at a 0. You can't have no stability warnings, no nothing, other than you can only have from 15. I think it's a DSP from 15 below. Then you're fine. Anything from 15 over, you can't. And I think you can't have no more than, I think, 3 incident or 1 incident report. So that means try your best not to hit nothing, period. C.R.England is all about safety. Try not to hit nothing, please. All you have to do is get out and look. C.R.England policy is safety. Get out and look. If your instinct is telling you something is behind you or something, get out and look. Get out and look. Simple. Get out and look. Don't hit nothing. Next thing, it's winter time. It's snow everywhere. It's ice everywhere. You can call me lazy if you want. I don't care. But if I have to put on chains on those tires to go to my destination, which is going to be another 11-hour drive, guess what? I'm parking in that spot. If the road is icy and the cop is saying, hey, it's either you pull off the road or you chain up and keep it pushing, I'm pulling this truck stop right here. And I'm going to report it to my DM after hours, whoever, say, hey, the road out there is icy. All that dark road out there, that's the highway. It's icy. There's the there it is. Truck going. See him? The road is icy. My truck can't even stay on the road. I'm pulling off because the cops say it's either I put on chains or I pull off the road, and you can't sit on the side of the highway. So guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna pull in right here, park up, report it to my DM, my after hours, and like, hey, road is unsafe. I'm gonna give them about 2-3 hours to clear the road. When the road is clear again, I'll go back to them and say, hey, is the road clear, safe to drive? It's safe to drive, you can continue. But if I have to put on chains, that's unsafe. Anytime that you have to put on chain, it's unsafe to drive. Period. I'm not gonna pull over and put on any chains other than to get to a safe haven. If you have to put on chains, it's dangerous. Your life is at risk. Your tractor is at risk, your trailer is at risk, everything in this is at risk. You can't deliver this load if it's on the side of the highway, period. You don't want that. You need to make sure that you're safe, because this load can be rescheduled. Can your life be rescheduled? Like I say, if you have to put on chain, it's unsafe to drive. Now, they don't want you idling the truck because it burns fuel and does all of that. But if the temperature is at 20 degrees, you have to idle a truck and keep yourself warm. Put on an extra layer of clothes. Keep your truck warm. There is a thing in there where it tells you the temperature inside and outside of the truck. You have your bed bunker that won't even help you because it's so cold. At 20 degrees, you have to keep your tractor warm. If not, that fuel is going to freeze up because it's a chemical substance in there like wax. If that freezes up in your line, you're screwed. It's going to take you forever for that truck to heat it up and get it out. Simple. Keep your truck warm. Anytime at 20 degrees or below, you have to keep your tractor warm. You have to keep that engine running for at least a good 10-15 minutes and watch that thermostat and make sure it stays up to temperature. Right now it's about 55 degrees. Right now. And I'm in Louisiana. Always make sure you have extra water, extra food, something that will keep you going for at least 2 to 3 days worth of food. And if you get stuck like in Washington and you're stuck in that snow, before you know, you got to go to try to find anywhere with like a little cat litter, those little sand, and you need a little shovel. Push it away from your tires and put it right there, like a little traction. You get out of it. Simple. But that should cover it for everything for, well, this was earlier from the other video, so this should cover it for my pay rate, the miles that I do,